I never wanted to start a YouTube channel, and I'm not sure if I'm ever really going to. However, I have made some very interesting observations in my 32 years on this planet. Specifically in the employment department of things. Now, I'm sure we've all noticed, because they're the center of media attention, the tech industry has decided that they no longer want to deal with Gen Z or anybody younger. And I'm here to say, as surprising as that actually is, it has been a long time coming. The reality is that in the tech industry and across the board, quite a few industries have been asking for experienced people to take up starter positions for the last 20 years at an increasing rate. Even in hard labor industries, you can't gain an entry position without experience anymore. They just a lot of times won't take you, and the ones that will take you are going to underpay you and abuse you to the point where you think all companies, construction or otherwise, are like that, and you end up either burning out and not being able to make it and just trying to quit that and end up working at a restaurant where you can't afford anything, or you turn to vices, and that's why we end up with so much troubled youth. All of what I'm trying to say is there's a reason for all of this and why it's happening. And it's something I've noticed where I'm at in my industry. Luckily not at the job I'm at now, but that's a different story. And many other industries that I've either previously been involved in or talked to people that work in. And that is that we have a gigantic middle management problem. You see, most immediate supervisors at this point in time on the ground level of any operation, and the majority of their bosses, have zero idea how to do the shit that they are asking you to do. They don't know how to work the machinery. They don't know how to operate the programs. They don't understand how the coding happens. They don't understand what makes the product work. They're just getting feedback from sales and relaying all ass chewings from their failures onto the people under them to make it their problem. There's stagnation everywhere throughout the entire industry, and it's just a constant cycle of people failing upwards. I've watched people that should have gotten fired for incidents at work not only get raises, but promotions into positions where they were then in authority of the very people that had to report them in the first place. And those people didn't last long after that. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've watched it happen. And I can't count the amount of times I've asked my manager how to do part of my job to help me out. Only to be told, I don't know how to do that. You're going to have to go over to the other shift on the opposing schedule and talk to their boss and figure it out. I'm not being pessimistic here. I'm being realistic, and this is actually what's going on, whether or not people want to admit it or not. So now what do we do about it? Well, my only answer is that all of this next generation, all of my generation, all of us, we gotta start new stuff. We gotta break away from these previous branches and start working towards making our own businesses. And then, when those businesses succeed, we do not sell them to fucking Mark Zuckerberg. We don't sell them to Elon Musk and get out and have a good time. Don't even go public. Keep your shit private. Keep your shit off the stock market. Don't get involved in this rat race. Redefine what it means to be an employer and set the proper example. I'm working on it. And I like my boss. I like the place that I'm working. I'm planning on trying to run my own business while working for this other guy until such a time when either I get promoted or I can go ahead and run the business on its own without it. Still very early stages yet, too. So, you can look at me all you want, Fed Boys, but I ain't got no profits. I ain't even have a product yet. I'm still prototyping. This is a long ramble. I don't know if it's ever going to go anywhere, and I really don't think I need to do a whole lot in the way of trying to promote this message. It's just a general observation I've had. The reason that we are failing right now in the employment sector as a country is because we have no competency behind the wheel. It's just companies spinning their tracks and digging in further and further until they are so stuck that they can no longer move. And then they go ahead and buy up all the other stuff around it to try to make sure that they can't come up past the level that they set. And I'm tired of seeing it. We used to be a country of innovators. I'd like to get back to that.